Hello, hello. How's everybody doing today? We're going to talk about James Bulger. I hope I'm saying his name correctly. Bulgr. So I saw this on TV. This happened in Liverpool. And what happened was this little boy named James, he's 2 years old. He's been unalived by two 10-year-olds. Okay. He's been unalived by two 10-year-olds. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys listen to a video that I was listening to. It's heartbreaking because two 10-year-olds unalive a 2-year-old. Like, you hear a lot from adults doing things, but this is horrific what they did to this little boy. Hey, Howard, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Oh, so this is horrible. This happened in 1993. But it's like, to me, hold on 1 second. Anyway, so to me, it's like, this can't get old, okay? Because, like, I still don't understand why they did it, other than that they were saying that they were, youth, themselves, right? So they took it out on a 2-year-old. Like, you go to the mall and you're over here, taking things from people. When I say taking, I mean robbing people, taking candy, whatever it is that they were sitting there taking. Anyway, so I'm going to let you listen to a little bit of this video. I'm not going to put the video on because I don't want to get a copyright, but it's horrific to hear something like this from two 10-year-olds. Let me turn the music down. The music's probably too loud. If it was in 93, where are they now? Okay. So do you want to hear that part first then? All right. So right now, Robert Thompson, 41 years old. He was released on license. I don't know what they mean by that, but obviously, like, paroled him out, I guess, in June 2001. When he was 18 years old, following intense rehabilitation and 6 months review, where he and Venables were deemed as no longer a threat to public safety. Hello, Tim. How are you? They have different names now. Yes, I heard about that. I heard. But, I mean, different names, but they still did what they did. Hey, Young Rias, how are you? Okay. Okay, we'll be talking about that. God bless if you're here listening. I'll let you guys hear about that after we get done talking about this situation here. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. So this is the situation now see, that one was, Robert, right? Robert. This is right here. This one is, his name is, excuse me. 1 second. Jon, Jon. Okay, yes, it is very sick. As of January 2024, Jon Venables, I think that's how you say his last name, but anyway, one of the unalivers of James Bulger, anyway, was in prison for possessing child abuse images and had lost a bid to release on parole. So the parole board concluded that Venables, who is now 41, he possesses a danger to children and could reoffend. He didn't learn. He's the main one that was crying his butt off too. Boo-hoo-hoo. Boo-hoo-hoo. Robert did it. Now you're the one who's got all these issues now. So in 1993, Venables and Robert Thomas, who were both 10 years old at the time, abducted James. Okay, this is a 2-year-old that they abducted from a shopping center, tortured him, unalived him, and put him on a nearby railway line. Okay, so that means the railroad track. That's where they put this baby at, a 2-year-old. The judge described the crime as unparalleled, evil, barbarity. Venables and Thomas served 8 years in a young offenders institute before being released. Before they were being released on 2001. That baby was not being released. Why did they get to be released? Hello, video. How are you? Video game, how are you? Hey, God bless. How are you? Hold on. Let me put you on here. Hold on. I'm going to send you the link. Let me send that to you. Send you the link in here. Come on. I'm so mad right now. And I know that this happened in 1993, but I'm still mad. With new identities and listen to this. Listen to this. New identity to hide them out from what they did in 1993. New identity. And worldwide injunctions to protect them. Protect them. Who protected James? That's what I want to know. Who protected James? Oh, Venable has since been sent back to prison twice as of December 2023. He is currently in lockup. Okay. Oh, did I delete the wrong thing? I did. Who did I just delete? I'm sorry, whoever I just delayed what you said. I'm sorry. I was trying to delete the thing, but it moved so fast that it deleted somebody saying something. I'm sorry, whoever that was. Sorry. Oh, okay. So. So basically, Robert is out. Jon was out, and now he's back in for doing more heinous stuff. More heinous things. Did I say hello to everybody? Hold on before I make anybody feel left out. Okay, I did say hello to everybody. Awesome. Out. Yes, and the mom is an alcoholic. The mom turned to alcohol. Okay, here we go. Hold on 1 second. This thing is attached to my headset. No wonder it wasn't playing on my. Hold on. No, I don't blame her for being that. You know what? Look, okay. So instead of me showing you guys this video right away, let me say something real quick. So these two boys were abused themselves, right? So from my understanding, that Robert has a young brother who he resembled James, and he was jealous because he was getting a lot of attention. I remember them saying they had chocolate candy that they put on the tree. From my understanding, they put chocolate on the tree, and the dad wanted to know who took it. So he told the little boy, he told Anthony to go downstairs, pull his pants down. And then he grabbed his, you know what? Hello, Jermaine, how are you? Hello, John Paul, how are you? He grabbed his, you know what, and told him, where is it? Or I'm going to cut it off. To his son, to his own son, he said this. To his own son, y'all. And I'm pretty sure it was Robert he was talking about. Hold on, let me see if we could play that part.
It's a very, very difficult thing. United, probably not. That's all she said. I just want to let you know. And his name is John Venables.
Venables.
So we were
Thompson's house. Sent the CID lads, 3 of them round the back. I knocked on the door. My mother came to the door. I told him I was there and I wanted to speak to Robert.
And then I see Thompson, and his eyes are everywhere. And never did I ever see, from the moment I met him to all the time I was dealing with him, with Phil and the other detectives, did I ever see him in fear.
I sit him down and I start speaking to him why I was there in simple kids' language, but I needed to take him from his house for him to answer some questions in the police station. That's when he started to cry.
I got a call off Phil from St.
They call it remorse. I call it you got in trouble. You got busted. Hi, Boswell. How are you?
These are little children. So I can't consider that. This little lad to do this.
I couldn't believe a 10-year-old could cause so much suffering.
So they were arrested at 7. The first interviews didn't take place until 5 p.m. There was a lot of work seeing and analysing what we already had. But from the first moments that they were brought in, Venables, what had said, and what Venables had said, he was going to say he wasn't in the Strand.
So this happened, in case nobody knew, heard about this. This happened in February 12th, 1993.
We knew Venables had been in the Strand. Even before we started interviewing him, he'd been in the Strand. Boys were together. We knew they'd been together. We knew they'd been in the Strand.
They saw a 2-year-old at the mall and they walked away with him, like got him by his hand and walked away. Now, see, this is the other part that really, really got me upset. Let me tell you what else got me upset. I'm going to tell you exactly what upset me on here. So, why is the 2-year-old outside the store? Why is there a 2-year-old outside the store? Where is the mom? She's in the store shopping and you have a little one outside of the store? That's the part I don't understand. Why would you have your child outside the store while you're inside the store? I don't understand that part. Hey, God bless. How are you?
Yeah, hi. Right, well, there's a video. Look, imagine you're shopping, right, and you've got your kid, and you're looking at things and the items and that, and the child was with them, and she was just distracted for a second. No, hang on a minute, it wasn't with the mum. It's with some family members. I can't quite remember, but the way I've seen the video,
He was with the mom.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and just the blink of an eye. It happens all the time. Children get
but 2 years
taken away.
old? Don't you
Yes, I
think
know.
he's holding his hand?
What, you've never been in the store and then suddenly
No.
there you go.
No, I had 5 boys. I never did. My kids were always with me, and I always held their hands when they were little.
I understand that, but you remember this mother's got to live with this, and a father for every day of their life.
And I feel really bad for her. I do. I really feel bad for her, but I really don't understand why a 2-year-old was outside the store by themselves. I can understand. Okay, let's give her a leeway inside the store with her, walking around in the store. But he's outside the store.
Yeah, they're like come with us. We got sweets kind of thing. He's only a little 2-year-old kid.
Yeah, I know.
So I mean, you got to remember as well. I'm not defending.
What was he outside doing though? The little boy. What was he doing, James?
Pardon?
What was he doing outside the store? What was he doing? Like he was looking at something? I mean, because like they never explained what he was doing prior to him getting taken.
So they just basically, did this on. It was not accidental. They planned this. They knew how to, entice this little 2-year-old out. Mm-hmm. And you've got to remember also, back in those days as well, it was a safer world, believe it or not.
Right.
Hard to look at that. And and it's not just the. Do you know what I think about as well? I don't just think about the parents, what they've had to live through all their lives. Well, since that day.
Yeah. It's
the emergency workers as well, the police that had to find his little body mutilated.
What about those kids that found the body? The ones that don't know nothing about that type of thing. That's got to be
ambulance crew and all that. Then there's a lot of people, other people involved in this.
Yes.
This horrific.
Yes.
So there's lots of other people involved in this. It must be still living that nightmare, trying to put it behind their back. That have kids themselves, and to see that child. I mean, it is quite horrific what they've done to that child. You can't see everything. I'm not going to read it out.
Yeah, I actually have all the scripts. I have the reports and everything. The police report. I have the court report. I have all that. I got a hold of all of that.
I mean, nowadays, what would that be? I mean, that was horrific news then, and it's all spoken about. But nowadays, what would that be? A little tiny article on page 64 of the newspaper.
Right.
They just announced those little children that were arson attacked with the mother. They've arrested. They charged 2 people with it so far. And when I looked in a paper, I heard about it. Looked in a paper. You just got to really search. I mean, that's it. See, life is just so nothing these days. Not to us, obviously. I'm just saying, in general, what goes on in the world. But this, So one of them. I mean, like I said, you see one still in prison, and the other one's trying to make a go of it. And I think he was just.
He has like abuse of child, photos. Some disgusting pictures of kids, little ones. That's what put him back.
He's had that since he's, God knows whatever age.
Yeah.
And you can remember as well, he's really spent his early childhood up to adult in prisons and stuff like that. So where's that all being implanted into him? Where's it come from?
Well,
how's it been influenced?
the dad, and I think John is the one that's in, that one's back in prison. After he turned 18, he went back in. They're each 41 years old right now. One of them is out, but his identity is being, covered. So he's got renamed and everything.
They got renamed, new identities, cost loads of money, new housing, everything. They had everything.
That's the name of the movie, right? That it's about film Boy A.
No, I don't think I have. Sorry, Cash. Good evening, Cash. No, I don't think I have. To be honest, I don't think I could.
Boy A. I don't know if I remember that name, but I don't know if I've seen it. Okay, so my thing is this. So this is another situation now. So they're over there with the little boy, and the woman, the old lady says, this is the first old lady, right? She says, hey, what happened to him? What happened to this little boy? She's asking. And instead of saying, hey, let me take him with me or call somebody else besides these two little kids who are allowed to just roam around the streets with this little 2-year-old. And then they run into this lady with her child and an older lady. And instead of the older lady saying, oh, yeah, I'll take your daughter while you go take them to the police station. Oh, no. My dog doesn't like kids. First of all, that's 2 saves. That little boy could have still been alive right now if it wasn't for these 2 people. I'm not blaming them, but it would have helped if they would have did the right thing. And I'm sure they feel horrible, but doggone it, that story is horrible.
Yeah.
And what they did to that little boy sounds
demonic.
Sounds like an adult would do to a child. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. It's like a demonic thing. How can a child have that in them to do that kind of thing?
I don't know.
It's just
horrible.
I can't. It's like Boswell said, some people are born evil. I don't know what it is, but
Well, did you hear about the one he went to? Hold on. He went to the Oh my goodness. Go ahead and talk a little bit. That's my husband. Give me 1 second.
Boswell, you're saying most people are product of their environment. No, not necessarily. I mean, my mother was very violent when my parents split up. My mother and I got conned to stay with my mother. Long story. And she was a very violent alcoholic. Honestly, I had some right beatings at the age of 6-7 years of age. I can remember, which took it out on me. But here am I. The only downside to that, I'd say, is my kids. I spoil them, and they get away with murder. Well, I can't say that. They get away with things they should be punished for. I kind of like being a very too lenient father. I think that's part of society as well now. You're not allowed to give your kids a slap on the back of their leg or do anything. Especially when they get to about 15, girls. Not there like when they're about 15 years of age, to the hand. I'll phone the police. You can't touch me. Not that I'd smack a girl like that at that age, but I'd say to the mother, give her discipline her. What happened to you if you'd done that when you was a kid? And she said, my mum would have battered me. And I said, exactly. So you got to understand, it's just, I don't think, they said, like you're saying, Boswell, they say there's a link between these pedophiles or paedophiles, wherever you are in the world, and they say that it's usually they've been abused themselves as a child. But my point of view of that would be, if I was abused sexually as a child, I'd know the hurt and the pain of it. So why would you want to do that to someone else? It's like when you fall in love. You can treat a woman like shit, and then until you get your heart broken, you understand the pain, and you treat a woman with better respect, I think. Well, obviously.
Okay, sorry, I'm back. Okay, so one of the boys on Christmas, this happened on Christmas, the dad, I don't know if you heard me earlier, the dad, they had candy, chocolate candy on the tree. And the dad took his child. It was either John or Robert. I'm pretty sure it was Robert that they were talking about, but you know how sometimes they just ramble things. Okay,
Yeah.
So basically his dad took him and told him, undress, go get undressed. And he got undressed and he went up to his son, grabbed his you know what in front of him, grabbed his hand, he grabbed it with his hand and told him, if you don't tell me where it is, I'm going to cut it off. So they have to been, abused.
Yeah.
They had to been. I mean, I'm not going to say that that's the reason behind this, and I'm not going to say it's an excuse for what they did, but they definitely had, their life was miserable. They had a miserable life. And
that's
then,
his account. That's his account, isn't it? It's one of the boys' accounts of what happened to his younger. Is that true?
yeah, that's what that's what he said when he got older. Yeah, that's what his account.
I'm not saying he's a liar, but in that position of what heinous crime you've done, are you looking for after you've done the fact and you're sunk in what you've done?
Right.
Looking for some sympathy, making up these stories, you know?
Right. That's what I don't know if it's true or not, but this is one of the, like you say, one of the accounts. When he got older, he was able to say, that's what he said. And that one, I'm close to sure that was Robert, because Robert is the one that is already out. John is the one back.
Yeah.
So my thing is this, okay, let's just say it's true. But that doesn't mean you have to go do that to somebody else. And then the thing about it is they had a little one there. They had a little child there that resembled James. Did you know about that?
No.
His brother. Yeah, his brother resembles James. That's what they're saying.
But was James treated with more priority and love and care and gifts than himself? Is that where the resentment is?
Yeah, that his brother's being treated better and he was not being, he had the what they call attention. The baby was getting the attention and he wasn't. So this is one of the reasons they're trying to use that as another excuse to do what they did. But I can understand if you were being abused and then you go out and you just talk, you bully kids, right? You don't go unalive them. Or actually, let me go back, because it's not just unaliving this child, this 2-year-old. They abused him. They beat him. They put things in him, batteries, things like that. Okay, so there's no excuse for anything that they did at that time in 1993, February 12th, 1993. There's no excuse. I don't care what anybody says. There's no excuse.
There's not. I don't know if you heard me while I was talking to your husband. I was explaining to Boswell. That my mother was a really violent alcoholic, and I remember from the age of 6 or 7 years of age, I took the brunt of it. If my sister'd done something wrong, I got. I mean, when I say a beating, I mean one day I sat on the sofa and she didn't eat her food. My mother put a fork in my leg.
Oh my God!
7. So, but listen, have I turned out to be a violent father or parent? No, completely the opposite. Because, like I just said earlier on, it's like how bad it feels. There's no excuse for it. And if you were sexually abused as a child, you know how horrible it felt. So why would you? I mean, there's supposed to be a link between pedophiles, where they were abused as a child. That's why they continue to think it's normal to carry on. No, I'm not having that. I'm not believing that. And as I said, just briefly, because everyone's heard me already, you didn't. Is that, say, like as a guy, you get some guys treating girls like shit in relationships, and it's not until they've had their heart broken, then they know the pain, and then they start to respect women, that relationship. Do you understand?
Right.
Until someone's had it to him. So yeah, I'm not buying that, because he had this and that done, that's his excuse for what he did. No, or them, or they, or she, or he, or whatever.
Right. That's horrible. That is horrible.
Unless they're, I mean, unless they're severely mentally deficient in some way. But surely that would be picked up during the schools and education, and friends and family would see something a bit off key. So that again, I could probably rule out. I don't know, but I've not been in that position, so or have that kind of inside you to do such a sick crime.
Disgusting, demented thing. Yes, it's demented. Like, I don't understand why they wouldn't think that that's not a devil in disguise. I'm just saying.
Maybe like a production line, there are some human beings out there have been made faulty and slipped through the net. I don't know, like on a production line, they're making something like a TV and they test it before it goes back out, and if it don't work, they repair it. Unfortunately, you can't do that with humans. But like I said, you do have a system from the time they're born, education and people and family and everything around you to start to see those things, surely.
Right. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, there we go. Maybe it is, people, like exorcisms and stuff like that. We see it in films and they glamorize it, but there are some cases, if you look through history, that people have had, even an atheist. I know I'm not going to go all preaching the Lord and God and everything and Bible bashing to you all, but what if that is part of it?
Right.
Because let's look at logical explanations. I mean, really, how could someone do something like that unless they got some kind of evil in them? I don't know.
Yeah, and then you got to remember, these kids were over there like causing havoc through the whole mall. And then another thing is, this is another part that really, really got me upset when I looked at this video. The guy, the one they were sitting there stealing from, taking things and putting them in their pockets and everything, he took them out of the store and kicked them out. If he would have called the police that day, hey, look, these kids are supposed to be in school, or these kids are stealing from my store, can you come and talk to them? That's another reason that I was upset, because that could have evenly help that child from being taken or unalive as well. What do you think?
Well, there's lots of ifs and buts. It's like with the Ariana Grande concert, with all those young girls got unlived and the parents when that ISIS terrorist or whatever it was. There were security guards there, saw them with a backpack, acting suspiciously, but too scared to say anything because it might be classed as being racist or anything like that. But racist isn't a word for it, like Islamophobic or anything. But and then there's security guard with kids, I mean, look at the state of the place now in England, and you guys in America with shoplifting and all the other stuff that goes on.
Right.
Oh,
it's
tough questions to ask. It's all that woulda, if'a, woulda, coulda.
Right.
A bit late now, yeah.
It is late. It's definitely late. I just wish that it would have,
Then they gave us.
It would have when it had happened.
Sorry. When we get these like lessons have been learned afterwards, after the event, but it happens again and again and again and again.
Yeah. It's horrible. I believe mental illness is caused by demonic force and demons. I agree, but this, especially this, because this is definitely demonic. What they did is demonic. It's not just they unalived a kid; they unalived him and did some horrific things to this child.
Give me 1 second. 1 second.
Okay. Oh my God. So let me let you guys listen to a little bit more. And I think we'll get to hear who it was. Hey Jeff, how are you? Thank you for coming in.
You had the boys who had abducted you.
Never,
I think I was too. Strand.
never, never.
I think I was too.
God wants to tell you that we never.
All right, now they're in police custody. They both denied it over and over. They kept denying it.
Sorry about that.
Something that was seen, so they could see you leaving with this child, but you deny it and deny and deny. Like, come on.
There's a bit of evidence that was vital in how we developed our interview strategy, and following evidence we got from this shop here, which was formerly the Bradford Building Society. The manager reported to the police that on the morning of the 12th, two boys, who they were 100% convinced were the same boys who abducted James, they were hanging about by the door and they had their fingers all over this pane of glass. So what the detective did, when the fingerprint and take all of the marks from all of the glass at the front, and as a result of those lips, those fingerprint lips, we were able then to match them immediately to John Venable's fingerprints.
Hey, Outlaw, how are you?
He was in the stand.
When you interview a child, not only do you need all the evidence, you have to prove that they're
Good lad, Harley.
and that they know it's wrong what they've done. So, right and wrong, truth or lies.
Yeah, they know. Here they go, Robert Thompson.
This interview's been taped about it. I'm Detective Sergeant Post. Now, what's your fault?
Robert Thompson.
I then started interviewing, sort of getting involved in the story, what they were doing that day.
Don't forget to hit the like, guys, please.
Thompson solicitor, Simon.
Thank you.
A solicitor arriving at a police station can normally expect to do a lot of waiting. In this case, there was none of that. We started work straight away because that's the only work that was being done there.
It was a small interview. Just picture it. Table, wall,
And
and a tape
record.
machine.
Mhm.
To my left was Robert Thompson. What do they call you? Robert or Bobby? I think Bobby's a more friendly name. Do you agree?
You've got a social worker and a defence solicitor, and then you've got two big burly detective sergeants all in a room. He wasn't frightened. He wasn't fazed by anything. Some people might say because he didn't understand what was going on. He knew what was going on.
He knew what was going on. Hello, together. How are you?
Let's talk a little bit about you now, okay? What's your hobby then?
I think that's a profession, Bobby, when you do it, as long as you.
He said, "What is your hobby?" Skipping school.
I really could not bring myself to believe that he had any involvement in this. Just from his youth, just from how small, how young, how childlike he was. Bobby, I came out to your house this morning, didn't I?
Yeah.
And what did I think?
Listen,
Correct. What?
James.
James, what about James?
They used to on suspicion of murder.
Well, hang on a minute.
Thompson's interviews, he admitted quicker was in the stand. I think at one stage really early on, he said he saw James.
Wait, that little boy said suspicion of unaliving. So you're telling me a 10-year-old knows how to speak like that? But they're saying that he's childlike. If he's so childlike, he wouldn't have been able to say those two words together,
His mother.
right? Don't you agree with that? Those are big words for his supposed age.
Jan, we should get again.
Bobby, was that on the day that we're talking about? Was that on this Friday? Yes. Yeah.
doors that was in the door.
Who was he with? Little James. Where is from?
So, quick question: how did they know he was with his mom? If the mom was in the store and he was outside the store, James was outside the store. How did they know? Did they see her standing there looking for him? How did they know that he was with the mom? Is it something they heard or were told about it? God bless.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, I just.
No. I was wondering. They said, how did they know that he was with the mom? This is Robert saying that he was with his mom, which is meaning that he's seen the mom with the child, or did he just hear that he was with the mom?
No. This is what I said earlier on. These boys went out with that intention that day.
Yes.
It's pre-planned.
Yes.
It was pre-planned, right? So it's not just something that just happened and go with the flow kind of, because that one boy's a leader in all this and the other one went along. This was pre-planned before it went out. Guaranteed. There's no way a child, two kids just go out and then just suddenly it happens.
Right.
They went out looking for a child that day.
But what I'm saying is, if the mom was inside the store, I didn't see them standing outside the store. They just got that little boy and went on and went with him. From what I saw on the video, I didn't see them stop and look around to see who he's with or anything. I just saw them take him and go.
Conniving, pre-planned, structured.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Ian.
Quite quickly get to the stage where he has John taking his hand and taking him out.
He was just running around, was he, James?
Yeah.
You tell me exactly what slowly, right?
John said, "Come here," and then he grabbed his hands and walked up to stand. Like the day, I think it's about a Spencer shop.
Right.
I didn't think the water.
The canal bridge.
The boy was sleeping. He was quite clever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you were with John all the time, weren't you?
Yeah. Not all the time, because we were running in front of each other.
Yes, but did he
But he
grab all the James?
I don't know.
No.
He might
What is a Spencer store over there where you're at?
What, sorry?
Isn't Spencer store like an adult store of some type?
A pharmacy, you mean?
Spencer?
A dispenser would probably
No,
be a
no.
pharmacy.
Spencer. He said Spencer, like a Spencer.
Oh,
like a-
Marks and Spencer's. It's like a multi-store with food and clothes. And although back in those days, I think Marks and Spencer's was only clothes.
Okay.
And silly little items to go around the house, like pots and plants and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's a bit
That's
like,
what
not like it's like a Walmart, but not like a Walmart. It's not. It's more concentrated on clothes and shoes and stuff
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
like
And
a little,
women's underwear.
it's a small store, right? Like a small store in the mall.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're not too small, but they
Right,
used to be a very highly exclusive kind of more for the more richer people. It's not like a thrift shop or anything like that.
Okay. I got you. All right. Let me go back a little bit because he said something.
all the time, because we were running in front of each other.
Yes, but did he
But he
grab all the James?
I don't know.
You don't
He
know?
might have made them follow on behind us.
Is he?
No, he didn't.
And then lost somewhere.
That was one thing about Robert Thompson. He was quite confident in himself.
Mm-hmm.
Streetwise, thought he was clever, but he didn't show really any interest. All he was waiting for was to go home. I don't think he recognised the fact that what he'd done was that bad.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
How did he come up to John?
How did he come up to John?
James.
No, he was with
So this happened on February 12th, 1993. And they were pulled, they got them in there questioning them in the police station on February 18th to 1993. So this is, I'm just giving you guys an update on what time frame this was. So this is 6 days later.
Mama's friend,
Was James?
the baby.
Was he?
I told him to take him back.
He didn't help.
Told him to take him back.
He tried to take it.
No, you're not getting all the blame. It's that thing, so.
Yeah,
I always get the blame. I usually get the blame. See, he's a child who's been blamed for everything.
Yeah.
But you were in the stand at the same time the baby was there, wasn't
You
it?
said that we took the baby.
No, I didn't say that you took the baby.
I don't know what he was like education-wise, but he was switched on. Definitely switched on.
Mm-hmm.
And he was on me. Trying really hard.
Didn't you said you were with the baby?
No. I said
With me.
that. No, just a second. Listen to me.
Here we go. Here goes John. 3 miles away, he's being interviewed at a different station.
Fingerprints on the bathroom baby on there.
You said you took him by the hand and let him out of the stand.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
At the end of interview 3, we tell him that Robert Thompson has already told us he's been stoned, and then he admits being in the stand.
Well, you weren't in Bootle New Stand.
Was you in Bootle Strand?
Just ask you that.
He's such a liar.
I always get blamed for everything.
Huh?
When he goes, I always get blamed for everything.
Right. And then this one's saying, we were never there. We never were there. Yeah, you're a liar. You're a big liar.
And then he admits, yeah, being with James, and then taking James.
So we walked up to him and we were walking down with him and I took his hand.
Whose idea was it to walk towards it?
Mine.
Was it?
And then it was Robert's idea to kill him.
That's when I felt sort of, you get a bit of a thud. Thinking, oh my God, we have the right kids.
Yeah, you got the right kids.
They wanted to, they really did. I think they ripped him to pieces.
Yeah, these people were ready to get at these two kids. They little or not, they were ready to get at them. And do you know, if they were under 10 years old, a few months younger than, you know, because if you're under 10, they would have never even got charged with unaliving that baby.
No.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was a deep, deep shock that something like that could have happened in this country.
It's harder to really, I can't really fathom think. I don't think exactly what happened.
I'm not going to stop at this. I am going to keep fighting for my son. He's got it to defend himself, so I'm going to do it further.
The forensic
Amen.
evidence was chilling.
The youngest defendant to face murder charges this century arrived at Preston Crown Court this morning.
He just kept on getting back up again. He wouldn't stay down.
For everyone who says, no, should let it go, why should I let it go? I'm never going to let this go. It was my son that they took.
That's horrible. I wouldn't let it go either. I wouldn't let it go either. Mm-mm-mm. So, has anybody seen the actual movie of what happened? Because they do have a movie about what happened.
No, not me.
Yeah, it was. I watched it this morning. It was, oh my goodness, it was something. Like they showed them, it was almost like they showed it as an interview, like they're interviewing them. But there's also where they didn't show what they were doing to the little boy, but they did show a lot of how it happened and who they ran and how they ran into these ladies and all that little extra stuff that they did. So one of them is out there, different name. I mean, if you really think about it,
Working amongst us. possibly
Right.
taking your order at McDonald's, working in or cleaning the toilets. You don't know.
Right. You know, you could take his picture and take it to what they call age progression. They have an app for it, and it'll show you what he looks like at age 41. But the other one, he's in prison because he did some more disgusting, horrific things at 18. When they let him out on parole, he went and did something else. Yes, it was brutal and pure evil. Yes, Jeff. Yes, it was. Hold on. Oh my goodness. So this is what they got him with when he turned 18. This is what they put him back in prison for: possessing child use with the AB in there. Images that had lost a bid to be released on parole. Yeah, that's horrible. That kid did not care at all. I mean, neither one of them cared, but that one definitely had a demon in them that needed to be released by him, you know, doing what they need to do to him. I'm just saying. Oh, Lord have mercy. The other one was released in 2001 when he turned 18. All right. So I just wanted to kind of go over this case, and I do have like a lot of paperwork that I want to look at, and we'll talk about this more into detail because there's a lot of stuff that I was able to find, court papers, documents. Yeah, so maybe that'll give us some kind of light on what these kids were thinking when they did what they did. Oh, man. All right. Okay, so what is this you sent me? To charge with unliving mom and kids. Oh, this is the one you were telling me about.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. You could talk about it if you want. Just
I'm listening as well. I'm just setting up a laptop at the same time. Sorry, how rude of me.
That's okay.
Yeah, so this woman with their children. I mean, show the picture on this screen. Oh, there we go. Sorry. So that young lady there with their children. I'm sure there's another one. I thought there's 4. Might be 3. 4 in total. They set fire to her house. Four people. 4 people. And apparently one of them was a woman. So one of the guys' names, what's his name? Mohammed something. There we go. It's there. Can scroll down again. No.
They only have 3. They have 3 kids, but it says right here 159. Oh yeah. Okay. 1, 5, and 9.
Yeah. So scroll down a bit more. So you've got one guy here. Scroll down a bit more. At the 2 names they've released, I found a picture apparently of the second guy. He looks British. Right, stop. Oh, you're going too fast. Go back up. And bit more. bit more. There we go. Stop. Down. Down a bit more. Because your thoughts are over it. Get down a bit more. Mohammed Shabir, 44, and Callum Sunderland, 25. Both at the same area, Knightley, West Yorkshire, have been charged with 4 counts of murder and 1 of attempted murder. Who's attempted murder? All 4 family members were killed last Wednesday when the house was set up and an arson attack. So they've gone and done this on purposely with those children in the house, knowing there's a baby and a woman and little kids there, on purposely set fire to the house. There's babies in there.
So this is the fire, you guys. So is it an attempt or is it they passed, right? They passed away, didn't they? So how's that?
It's murder.
Yeah, so how's it an attempt? It would be unaliving.
No, there's 4 murders, 4 lives,
Right.
and an attempted murder. So that's 5.
Oh,
One attempted.
wow. Wow.
Hang on a minute, guys. Just mute a minute.
Okay. So they got 29-year-old. They have 3 kids. Destiny 9, Oscar 5, Aubrey 22 months. That is so sad. She passed in the hospital. Jesus. I don't know what's going on in this world. I really don't understand these people.
I'm going to have to jump out for about 25 minutes because my daughter's just come back. I said, we're going for a bike ride at 4 o'clock.
Okay. All right.
It's now 7
I'm
o'clock.
going to be on for about a couple of hours because I'm going to go cook today. So
I'll be back way before then.
Okay.
And then we'll have a better chat. So I promised them, we were supposed to go out yesterday for a bike ride, day before. And I haven't been on a bike ride since I broke my nose and my wrist.
Oh, no.
So this might be interesting.
all right, you be careful out there.
Oh, yeah, it's electric, so I don't have to really pedal too much. So, yeah, I won't be long anyway. What is it, Outlaw? Is he going to come up? Outlaw, are you coming up at all this evening?
Yeah, come on up here, Outlaw.
Come and be my anchor.
If you want to come up, you can also come up. Boswell, if you want to come up, you can come up.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they've made any arrests. Remember I told you a story a few days ago. A man was walking with his wife and child pushing a buggy, the pram, with the dog, taking the dog out for a walk. And got randomly stabbed outside a very diverse Middle Eastern store.
Wow.
Just walked along and they stabbed him in the neck.
Jesus Christ.
And I think they hit the artery because within a few feet he collapsed.
Yeah, I think you you mentioned that and you said it was horrific looking, so we couldn't even really watch it because it was too.
It just happened to any one of us. I mean, tonight, I got I feel a little bit, oh no, sorry. Hang on a minute. I feel a little bit apprehensive because I got quite a smart electric bike given to me. It looks good.
Yeah.
It looks good. But, Daisy, what are we doing in there, please? You haven't got it. It's gone. Well, sorry about that, guys. Is that like when I went through the woods when I first got it, I had a couple of like scruffy urchins looking at me to say, oh, look, you got an electric bike. So, I can show you a video. I won't do it now. I'll do it when I come back. This guy was on his electric bike and 3 scooters. These like motorbikes, but they're scooters. They're like not powerful, like hair dryers. They sound like this. They do crash helmets on. In the United Kingdom, you've got to wear a crash helmet. So they're riding around the streets with just balaclavas on, and they tried to rob the guy in broad daylight. Then one of them had a big knife on him. This guy, I saw 6 guys onto this one English guy trying to just ride along, and then he pulled out this spray, this like red spray, because we're not allowed to have Second Amendment. We're not allowed to have pepper spray. That is classed as a like an armed weapon, like having a gun.
Yeah.
So we got limited protection you're allowed to carry.
Right.
Thank you. So, and you had this like, I think you can get smart water. Smart water is especially like a DNA kind of thing that knows if you get sprayed in it. We used to use it in stores. So if someone gets broken into, it sprays this smart water, which is like, it's like a serial number of DNA. And if the police find it on your clothes, which is hard to get it off, then that shows that you was there committing a crime. So, and I think that's what he used. I'll find the video later. It's quite shocking, the brazenness. Oh, we get it all the time. I mean, don't ever go to London, especially with a mobile phone. The Notting Hill Carnival, we can talk about that as well.
Yeah.
Mainly peaceful stabbings and grapes and robberies.
Oh
But
my.
that mum that went on the family day before yesterday, was meant for kids and like families. She's in a serious condition, very, very serious condition. I got another video of this woman, this mixed race woman, begging, pleading, can somebody contact the mother of this child called blah blah blah?
Yeah.
Because he got stabbed in front of me. And I held his hand, and he's crying, and there's blood everywhere. They got his spleen. He's in hospital now. He's in hospital, and I'm not sure if he's going to make it or not. But and I want my mum. I want my mum.
Yeah.
You know, this happened yesterday.
Oh wow. How old is he?
He's 18.
Oh.
So you know, there's a lot. And the thing is,
I hope he makes it.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah, obviously. And the thing is, what you don't know is there'll be a lot of people that have got stabbed there that haven't gone to the hospital, or been robbed, or been raped. That won't go to the hospital. I mean, say like a woman, she got gang raped.
Oh my God.
You know, a woman might feel ashamed of it, wouldn't she? She's not, you know, what's this happening? She just wants to go home, have a shower.
Like she feels like she's part of the blame and all that. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have said that, but you know, no, not part of the blame. I would have said like,
they feel like when something happens to them, they feel like they're part to blame because they shouldn't have been there. But that's not something that you could help when you got to do things.
Women, I hope no women ever think that, because no man has the right, or woman.
No, definitely not. No. I'm not saying that they're to blame.
Yeah.
I'm saying a lot of women, they feel like they have part of the blame because they're out, you know, that they shouldn't have been where they were.
I mean,
they would have been.
I mean, there's probably some women that put themselves in a situation. They go out with their mates, they go to a nightclub, they have way too much to drink.
Right.
When you're drunk, your inhibitions are dropped, or being spiked as well. That's a massive thing in England as well.
Oh
where
yeah.
Girls, their drinks are spiked.
Yeah, they're called date.
Helper, you know.
Yeah, it's date Uggs. They put it in your drink when you're not looking.
Yeah, like a Rehypnol. There's some massive, even in my shitty little sleepy town, it happens massively here. Now my daughter, my oldest one, had that. She got spiked. Luckily, her friends got her back. But now she's clued up. As she grew up, my daughter, I told her all the tricks, the dirty tricks, and all the promises, and all the you're the most beautiful woman in the world, tricks that men will do to get into her knickers.
Yes.
You know, I tried to. I'm a man myself. I remember what I was like when I was a young boy, teenager. I don't mean a great.
I agree. It's good that you told her about it. That's good.
I want my girls to be savvy and streetwise. You know, it's a younger out there, and she kept her hand on a drink all the time. So the only thing I can know is because this club that she went to, I did the security there. It's the barman in cahoots with other people.
Oh wow.
Okay, so they're the ones spiking the drinks because she kept her hand in it the whole time. And I could play back the CCTV because I installed it, so I can access it online remotely.
Yes.
No time did she take her hand off her drink at the bar. You know,
I
did she get her
wouldn't either.
hand on top of it? You know.
Yeah, I wouldn't get if I left my drink, I would leave it right there where it's at, dump it out, whatever I'm gonna do. But I definitely would not be drinking it if I left it on accident, because you don't never know what they did to your drink. You don't know.
I had a big, one of my mate with his other two guys there that own the build. It's a really popular place to go.
Mhm.
I had it out with him. I said, "Listen, mate, I'm telling you this now. You got bad staff in here." He goes, "What do you mean?" I explained to him. I said, "Look, she took her hand over." No. I said, "I'm telling you this now. This is what's happened. So you got like rapists in there that are in cahoots with your bar staff doing this." And we fell out over it. And I'll stand by it. And we shouldn't have fallen out about it. He should have took my word, because I've known him a long time, and investigated it. But they don't want bad publicity, do they?
Wow.
That would kill a nightclub, isn't it? Knowing, people knowing that if you go there, your woman or your girl, or your daughter or your sister or whatever could have a drink spiked.
Right.
Anyway, I've got to shoot in a minute. I've got to quickly go out for a fight, guys. You ready? You're not wearing those on your bike.
No, I was just showing you them.
All right. It's all right. It's my daughter's Pasha. Just come say hello to you.
Hello.
Hey, sweetie.
Hi, sweetie. How are you?
I'm great, honey.
What we
You
doing
guys, make sure you guys take care of each other, okay? Be careful out there.
now? Oh, yeah.
You should be saying that to him.
Hey, why?
No, actually, yeah, say it to me because he's always getting drunk.
What? I'm not drunk. Shut up. I've been on. That was one time. One time. It wasn't my fault. Gary got me drunk.
I'll call you back.
Anyway, right. Let's go. Go change your shoes. You're not wearing those. Brand new. Right, listen, guys. I'm going to drop down for a little while. I've got the link still. So, hang on a minute. What I'll do is I'll. How do I do this? Hang on a second. Let me just do a copy on that. Yes, I'll be back in a little while, guys. I've got the link, by the way. You knew.
Okay.
I'll come back in about 30 minutes or so. 25 minutes.
Okay. Be careful.
Guys, look up. Someone come up my panel and give her company, man. Come on, guys. What's the matter with you? Man up.
It's okay. They don't have to come up. That's fine. Thank you.
See you soon. Bye.
All right, bye. Be careful. Okay, so let's see what this is.
Thing I can explain?
Sorry. Okay. So, I did want to read this to you guys. This is a off-duty state trooper arrested again for DWI incident. This guy right here. I'm going to show you guys a picture right here. This is just crazy how people just doing God knows what. And then we're going to go back to James. I'm going to show you guys another video, but I just wanted to show you this guy here. This is supposed to be a state trooper. This guy here. Let's see what this is. I wonder what this is about. Oh, that's nothing. Nothing to do with that. Okay, so let's go back to the audio. All right, we're going to go back to the audio for James. Uh-oh. This is the news saying keep him off the streets. They're talking about, what's his name? John. Hold on. Hold on, let me put this thing. Okay.
Ralph Belger. Ralph, first of all, thank you so much. I know it's the first time since that parole board made that decision that you've done a TV interview. Sarah and I are very delighted you're here. We talked before. What were your thoughts when you found out? Initial thoughts, initial reaction?
Glad he's being kept down. Like, public's a bit more safe.
This was December 19th,
It's a bit of a result.
23.
Did you get any inner peace from it, or is it just a thought of what you just said, which is in 2 years we're going to have to go through it again?
Just 2 years of not having to worry about them.
Now, this hearing took place in private because of the issues around identification. So you couldn't attend. Would you have wanted to be there in the room as this decision was made? How would you feel to come face to face with him again now?
I wouldn't really want to be honest.
This is the father of
You don't
James.
know what would happen if he owns it still. So,
If we can talk about it, I know it's difficult for you. This argument, I mean, I had somebody on written a book about the whole story the other day who said to me, and I quote, and I'd like you taking it, we've always been straight with each other, a child at 10 is not evil.
well, he was.
To which I said, well, it was premeditated because
Right.
kid got away the minute before your son didn't, right?
He was very lucky. So, I've always been on the belief of he wants to commit again. He's just waiting for his chance. So,
Yeah.
And he's been let out twice, as Sarah said in the introduction, and has been recalled to prison twice.
and like I say, he knows how to lie to them because he was taught to lie to hide his identity. So he knows what he's doing.
I mean, for you, this is effectively a life sentence, isn't it?
Yeah.
With every 2 years, you are going to go back through this process.
Oh, my
whether
God.
he's going to be released. What impact does that have?
It's mental torture, isn't it? It is what it is. But
Are you almost oblivious, sanitised to it by now, because you've had it for 30 years?
well, I'm just used to getting doors slammed in my face, to be honest with you. So it's just you get thick skins.
You talk about the door being slammed in your face. Do you feel now, with this decision, do you feel that you're being listened to and that your views and your needs are being heard?
Hopefully they do listen because, like I say, it's a different time bomb. Like, I feel deep down in my heart, as soon as he gets the chance to commit again, he will.
Yep.
My
I agree.
My sort of lack of agreement with that man the other day was just that he's one of those people that thinks that everybody could be rehabilitated. And he threw at me the fact that Thompson, the other person, no, I'm with you, mate, I'm just doing the job. You know how strongly I'm with you. The other guy, Thompson, has been apparently rehabilitated and is out and isn't going to reoffend. But that, to me, led me to say to him, but surely some people are so evil, they should never be released. And let's not forget what he did to James, and then let's not forget about the sexual pornography to do with children. And there's a massive part of me that goes, hold on a second, what are we doing as a society? You're done, mate. You don't deserve your liberty.
Well, you just got to look at the when he's going on the dark web to cover up how to mess with kids. That speaks volumes. So he wouldn't be doing that unless he was contemplating doing something.
But what would you say to the people who say his partner in crime, Thompson, has been rehabilitated? If you'd been sat with me the other day, what would you have said to that man who said, children aren't evil at 10?
He's just keeping his head down. That's all he's doing.
That's because he's not
Whereas the
his,
other one has proven that
it's
he
not
can't.
his child. That's why he's saying that.
He didn't even turn up for his own parole hearing, did he? I mean, what does that say to you?
He's not bothered.
There's been no remorse though, Sarah, has there?
No.
I've never heard any remorseful comment. Just apparently there was real anger that he hadn't been released, as if he felt he was going to be released.
So if you release him and then kills another child or a mother and child, then who's held responsible for letting them out?
And I mentioned that the hearing was held in private because of his anonymity. You've campaigned hard that you want that lifted. You don't think he should have that right?
Oh, people should
Right.
know what he looks like. So at least forewarned. It's best to be forewarned, isn't it? You know what I mean?
It's one of those subjects, mate, because I know you and I've known you for years, that gets my goat so much, and I don't understand, and Sarah, maybe you disagree with me. I think there are certain things in life that mean that you lose the right to be treated like the rest of civilization. And
I
I'm
agree.
sick and tired of hearing people say to me, but you know, he's changed. Well, hold on a second, you just used the best sentence. You and your ex-wife have been given a life sentence. James got no
That's
chance, and yet we're debating whether at taxpayers' cost, this piece of trash, who, can I just repeat again, right, has come out twice because parole thought he'd changed to make problems with kids and sexual abuse images. Is there not a case of, like, as a society, we should be going, sorry, you're too much of a danger, you've had your chance, you've broken the rules, do one. That's how I see it.
Exactly.
Right.
Why do we not, though?
Well, I wonder, I mean, we've had a series of Justice Secretaries, haven't we, over the last couple of years. The Justice Secretary now, Alex Chalk, has said the government's reforming the parole system to try and introduce a stronger ministerial check on the most dangerous offenders, which I think, you know, John Venables certainly falls into that category. Do you feel that government intervention is the right thing? And do you feel that this government is listening to you and is taking this seriously?
Hopefully they do take it serious, and they've kept them in for a reason. You know what I mean? So,
did you read that? Was there an explanation? I didn't see it. Was it just made?
they still think he's a danger to the public, so.
I got really.
And you do mention that lack of remorse.
It's been there, and I got really angry actually.
Hey, AI, how are you?
But I called out Alex Chalk and I said, "Why?"
Right, 3 strikes, he should be already gone.
99.9% of people are
Life prison or gone.
Today, and he's not released. Alex Chalk jumps up and goes,
He's
"We're
not going to
delighted with the
change.
leading Justice Secretary. Why didn't you help that?" That's what Ralph means when he says, "Sarah, doors shut in his face." What do you want in an ideal world?
Keep off the streets.
Yes.
Make mothers and children safe.
Yes.
Change the law.
Just I'd probably the key, to be honest with you, but that's just me.
It's not just you.
Yeah.
You understand that, Sarah, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think.
Hey, Armando,
that
how are you?
Somebody here has been given multiple chances at rehabilitation and has been sent back to jail twice. The most heinous original crime, and then the possession of indecent images of children. Any parent will have
Disgusting.
full, fear and horror of that. And somebody who is anonymous, as you say, because of the age at which he was when he committed this crime. But to think that somebody
10-year-olds doing
this,
this.
living close to your children.
To commit a crime at that age, the way he did it, imagine him as a fully grown man.
Right. That's exactly what I couldn't find a picture of them now.
Through that mother to kill the child. So what do you do to the mother?
And I think the point is here that this is someone who has reoffended as an adult. We're not just talking about someone who committed a crime.
Right.
Everything into consideration. He likes what he's doing. He likes what he's done.
And for people actually who don't understand what I was saying, I completely agree. He went on the dark web to find out ways that.
Allah, you want to come up?
Pornography images. I don't want to even contemplate knowing John Venables, but I'm with you, pal. I think there must be some sort of sick, twisted desire to carry on this game. Now,
yes.
Let's give credit where credit's due. Despite a lack of remorse, despite his apparent protestations about his innocence and how he's changed.
Oh, really? I have not seen it.
We started and we'll end with the same thing to you. I don't understand.
Send it to me, Boswell.
How you are supposed to, as a family, as parents, go through this rubbish every 2 years. Who's he going to convince in the next 2 years that he isn't going to come out, use the dark web and commit another crime?
Well,
exactly.
I think he'll keep doing what he's doing, no matter what.
Yeah.
Like I say, he enjoys what he's doing.
That's not even lose, has he? The great suicide.
He has no remorse for what he's done. That's why he's doing stuff again. That's why he went back to prison. Staying there.
Like you say, he's got nothing to lose.
We posed the question earlier, Ralph, whether this had given you any inner peace, but hearing you now, I suppose that any sense of peace you might have is so short-lived that once this whole system ramps up again and you're going back on this treadmill and back into the same process again.
Oh, okay, Boswell.
But you don't really have to.
If you do, send them my email.
Sense of peace, do you?
No.
YouKnew2021@gmail.com.
Well, I'll make the best of it I can, so.
Listen, as long as I'm sat anywhere, you'll always be welcome. I want you to do me a favour if you can. I'm glad he's in prison. I hope he stays there. I'll make no
Me
secret
too.
and I'll fight to the end.
For life.
Just to finish, tell the people watching and listening about James.
He was a great child. Loved life. He loved everyone. Loved animals, and
Poor baby.
he was just a great lad. Who else has had a place without him?
I'll tell you something, mate, and I mean this. I wouldn't speak for Sarah. I'm not sure I could carry on if somebody did that to one of my kids, and I'm not even saying that. The fact that you, and I know your ex-wife and I, but you have both fought for what you know to be right, for the memory of your kid whose life was taken through no fault of his own by two vile human beings, and the fact that 30 years later you are having to be put through this every 2 years says very little. And we can sit here, Sarah, and we can go on about governance, but if I was in a position where I had any say in anything like that, we talk about politicians not understanding what the British people want. This is a classic damn example. Alex Chalk, read the room. Sorry, but John Venables should never, just my opinion, be released. And I just hope, I do, pal, that somewhere down the line you find some.
Okay, thank you, Boswell.
But most of all, if that fight continues, I'll be with you, kiddo.
Thanks a lot.
Wow. Sicko.
Child killer John Venables has today had his bid for freedom rejected by a parole board, providing huge relief for his victim's family. Venables, who was just 10 when he brutally tortured and killed tiny 2-year-old James Bolger in 1993, will now spend at least another 2 years in prison after parole chiefs deemed he is still a danger to society. But the now 41-year-old killer, who has returned to prison twice since being released for James's murder, could spend even longer in jail if new plans to keep dangerous reoffending criminals indefinitely are passed. Today, Kim Morris, a spokeswoman for James's mum, Denise Fergus, told The Mirror, "This is the day Denise has waited for years. The prospect of him coming out was terrifying, as we knew he'd harm again. This is the day we celebrate, and we thank the parole board for making the correct decision."
Yes.
Despite submissions from Justice Secretary Alex Chalk and his predecessor
Keep
Dominic
him in
Raab,
there.
that Venables was still a danger. Venables was granted an unprecedented 2-day hearing, which took place behind closed doors earlier this month because it would harm his mental health.
This
But after
was
arguing
December
that the evidence
13,
he felt to show up, all
2023.
evidence was read to the parole board. After almost 2 weeks deliberating, they decided
So,
Venables was still too much of a danger to be released.
Next year
and he
is
was
going to
sent
be
straight back
another
to
one.
jail.
They're going to be doing
He
that
can reapply
every
for
2
parole in
years.
3 years, but
That's
may never get the
horrible.
chance if new justice reforms are brought in that mean repeat serious offenders will stay in jail. Venables shocked the nation when he and Robert Thompson barbarically murdered James after snatching him from the brutal Strand shopping centre in Merseyside in 1993. They were both released after less than 8 years in a reoffenders institute. But despite Thompson, who's also 41,
Yeah,
not
I
believed to
don't
have
know how
reoffended,
many times they
Venables
got
has
at
been
him. I'm
recalled
sure
to
they
prison
did,
twice for
though.
making sexual images of children. The government is hoping to get the new Victims and Prisoners Bill through by early next year, meaning any Justice Secretary will have the final say on whether repeat offenders are allowed to be released from prison.
Should not. Should not. I agree. Should not. Sorry. Oh, Lord have mercy. He has like no remorse at all.
Warning. The following episode contains subject matter and scenes that some viewers may find upsetting, disturbing, or unnerving. Please note, viewer discretion is advised at all times. Sit back and enjoy.
Here's the story.
It's come up to that time of year again where there's concentration mainly on his anniversary and his birthday being so close, and you just think, I shouldn't be doing stuff like this. I should be celebrating what would have been his birthday. We would have been having a party for him, no doubt.
Poor
But
baby.
unfortunately, we can't do that. So the best we can do is just to place flowers down for him at his grave and spend the day as a family. We haven't forgotten him, and we'll never forget him. James's jumper filled to the bottom of a drawer. I've kept everything of his, all his toys, kept all his clothes. It's just something that I can't part with. James will always be a part of my life. I don't keep
For violence at school, almost all
Every parent's life. Argued that John Venables and Rob, prospect of them being out in public again, is terrified that Venables may harm another child like my James. However, the petition
traumatic event. It was an event I suggest that meant he is suffering from PTSD, though not diagnosed. He never saw counselling, he tells me. So yeah, it just goes on to show that this affected him.
Wait a minute. That's not a picture of them, huh?
strain on the relationship. Both have since remarried and both now have other children. So Denise now has 3 adult sons and a Chris.
Wow. All right, let me see. Where's it at? Sam Walker. Oh, Lord have mercy.
Well, whoever.
Hold on. I don't know why it's doing that. They didn't show his the one when I found it. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know. It's not showing on here. Maybe, let me see if there's another video. Okay, thank you for staying. I appreciate you being here, video game. Let's see. Is it a TikTok video or you said YouTube? Okay, YouTube video. It's not showing. It's not showing. Hey, Dubs, how are you? It's not showing on here. It's the same video over and over, but I don't see pictures of him. Hey Angie, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Boswell, I don't see it. I looked it up and I don't see any pictures of him. It's like he said he has it, but he does not have a picture of him. Hey, DJ, how are you? How are you feeling today? They're on the video. I'm looking through the video and I see nothing on. I see a picture of a guy. He looks like he's way older than 41. Hold on, I'm going to put it on here. Tell me if this is who you're talking about, because this guy looks way older than 41 years old, okay? He does not look 41. Hold on, I'm going to send it on here. This guy does not look like he's 41 years old. He looked way older than 41. I mean, I understand they went through prison and everything, but that doesn't mean they're going to look this bad. Good Lord. All right, look at him right here. You're hanging in there? Okay, cool. I'm glad you're hanging in there. Make sure you don't make yourself sick worrying your nerves with things that's going on. Okay, so this is the picture of supposed to be. I think that's him. No, I don't see glasses. Look, this is the picture I'm looking at right here. Oh, hold on. I gotta load it. Download it. Okay, there. This guy didn't have no glasses. You're gonna have to send me the link to that because hold on. Cancel that. And bring it up. Hello, Missing. How are you? Mm, mm, mm. All right, look. This is the picture I have. I don't see anybody with glasses. Boswell. How to send it. You know where it says it has like a share button? Look. This is the picture that I have. See this? That's what I have. I don't think this is him. This is an old looking man. No, that's not him. Yeah, that look like old man. Okay. So you have to go to the link to the part where it says share. Like when you go to the video and it has like a share thing, it says share. That's what I need you to share with me. Oh, here's my email. Sorry. That's my email. 2021@gmail.com. You should be able to see it in the chat. Yeah, there it is. Got it. Thank you. All right, let's see what we got here. Thank you, Boswell. All right. Hold on. Okay, so this is what I got. That's what I got. Okay. That's what the dude looks like, as far as Sam Walker says. Thank you, Boswell. Appreciate it. Wow. Man, oh man. I wonder what the other one looks like, because that one, he's still in prison. That one is still in prison. What about the other one? What about Robert Thompson? I wonder what he looks like, because he's out. That's the one they got to be watching out for too, because he's definitely not innocent in what happened. And I met a new friend today. He's keeping me company. Oh, okay. Awesome. I'm glad. I'm so glad. Trying to see what else I could share with you guys.
They'd let him out. He was under for violence. He was on the register, and he had a sign on at the police station. And the stuff on the internet said to me, "Hey boy, you still doors open." I said to my mate Mark, did come, see I did. She said, "You're the only one in here." Anyway, a few minutes later, I'm like that. My mate Mark, or knew from the street.
So today is
A 14-year-old child was sent to his death by his.
So today is the day that John Venables is up for parole, and both of James's parents are going through absolute hell today, along with his siblings. Now, they have tried so hard to stop this day going ahead. We were all hoping in truth.
Oh, we're talking about a 2-year-old that was unalive by 2 10-year-olds. And I'm looking for the video. Is this? Oh, wait. This is a release.
He was convicted for a murder he committed at just 10 years old, and John Venables was convicted again as an adult for child pornography. Now aged 32, he served just 8 years. But Venables was back behind bars in 2010 after indecent images of children were found. He was convicted for a murder he committed at just 10 years old, and John Venables was convicted again as an adult for child pornography. Now aged 32, he's about to go free once again. The parents of James Bulger, who argued against Venables' release on the grounds that he poses a threat to others and to himself, the decision makes no sense. Lawyers for Ralph Bulger say they've been left in the dark.
We're not told anything. We don't know what the parole board have been told. We have no idea how they think things will.
It is insane, right?
To be clear, is
hello, Leslie.
Someone who wasn't able to cope in the past is hardly likely to be able to cope now.
James was just 2 when he was abducted in a Liverpool shopping centre, a moment captured on a security camera. His brutal murder scandalised a whole city and a whole country. And of the life sentence imposed on his killers, John Venables and Robert Thompson, they served just 8 years. But Venables was back behind bars in 2010 after indecent images of children were found on his computer. Just one of the reasons why in May this year, James Bulger's mother argued he shouldn't get parole.
I don't think he's learned from killing James. I think he knows in his own heart, man, that he got away with that murder. And he knows in his own heart, man, no matter what he does in the future, he will get away with that as well.
In the 20 years since James Bulger was abducted from this shopping centre, John Venables has twice been given a new life and a fresh start. But those are luxuries which James Bulger's family will never enjoy. Damon Green, ITV News.
Right.
On Merseyside.
I agree. They don't get this, but he does, and then he messes it up by going back and doing something else. I agree. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, Lord have mercy. Wow. That's crazy. Who thinks like me that there was adults, people behind this crime? Oh, I don't know, Leslie. I don't know. I think out of the box, but I don't know about this one. Somebody else said something like that in the chat. They think that they were told to go do what they did. I don't know, Leslie. I don't know. So where do you think that what do you think about that? Leslie, do you want to come up? You can come up and talk about it if you want. Leslie, you want to come up? I could drop the link. Leslie, you still in here? If you're still in here, come on up here and tell us why you think that. There's got to be a reason why you're thinking that. I'm not coming up today. Sorry, I talk here, please. Okay. So what do you think? Why do you think that, Leslie? Why do you think there's adults involved? Well, there are a lot of cases using boys and girls to hide real. Wow. Let me see what they got on this one. This is Tuesday, November 14, 2023. And then it says James' mother plea as son's unaliver John Venables makes parole bid for freedom.
Now, I know that took a lot of doing, and you were very upset. A little while ago, you had a conversation with your mum, and you then requested that myself and Dave Tanner come into the room. Is that right? Yeah. And what was it you told us?
I want James.
Oh, wow.
Now, I know that took a lot of doing, and you were very upset, as we all were.
Okay.
It's a very, very powerful, pretty frank.
Hold on, let me look it up.
Hey guys, we are giving out a ton of the.
All right, let me look that up. See ya. There are 2014. Oh, 2017, sorry. Is it in English? Because it doesn't look like it's in English. Hold on. Looks like Spanish.
Bueno, pues informe que.
Yeah, it's in Spanish. Let me see if I could change the language. Yeah, it's in Spanish. All of these videos are in Spanish. I don't see any in English.
Las novedades que hoy les presentamos podrían esclarecer la extraña muerte de Lucía y sin duda aumentan las esperanzas de sus padres, de Almudena y de Antonio, de que se siga investigando. Ahora un informe forense asegura, atención, entre otras cosas, que la pequeña murió 1 hora antes de que pasara el tren. Vamos a detallar y a explicar lo que refleja este informe. Establece la hora de la muerte y lo hace a las 5:53 y el tren que le golpeó en la cabeza y al que la Guardia Civil considera la causa de la muerte de Lucía no pasó por el lugar donde estaba la niña hasta las 6:45. Esto es casi 1 hora después de lo que señala el estudio forense. Además, la pequeña presentaba 2 lesiones en la cabeza y no solo la ocasionada por el golpe efectuado por el tren, otro golpe producido cuando la niña ya no estaba viva. Esto ya figuraba en el avance que los padres presentaron en el mes de octubre y este nuevo informe...
How old is she? Yes, it's in Spanish. How old is she, Leslie?
refrenda todavía más esta hipótesis. Y sobre todo, la jueza ordena volver a investigar el recorrido que hizo Lucía antes de morir, la aclaración de un bote de cloroformo cerca de donde se encontró el cuerpo de Lucía. Ha pedido información a Adif y a la Guardia Civil para saber por qué no se paró el tráfico ferroviario. En definitiva, que se abran nuevas diligencias para esclarecer qué le pasó a Lucía Vivar.
Pues
Hold on, I'm looking to see if I could change it to English, but it doesn't let me do that. Leslie, how old was she? Because it's not in English. I can't find it in English. Translator, maybe. Let me see if I have a translator. I don't know if it'll be able to translate it that quickly. 3 years old? Jesus.
con nosotros Luis Frontela, es el prestigioso especialista de medicina legal y forense responsable de ese nuevo informe. Luis, buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
Hay un dato que arroja ese informe que echa por tierra la teoría del accidente. Si el tren pasa a las 6:45 y el informe data o pone...
Hold on. Let me see if I can make this into a translation. Hold on. Translate video. Okay. Let me see. Script. Oh my God, there's a lot of script. Let's see. Script. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get it to translate. Spanish. Hold on, no. Spanish to English. I'm trying here, y'all. I'm trying. Okay. Hold on. Spanish. There we go. Okay. To English. Okay. Oop. Let me open it back up. Now, let's translate. So it says, a radical turn the news that today we present to you could clarify strange unalives of Lucia in then. Their parents' hopes of something Antonio from what follows. Now investigating forensic report ensures attention among other things that the little girl unalived an hour before. Hold on, I gotta pull it up again. Hey, Miss Chicago, how are you? Thank you for coming in. I'm trying to translate something in Spanish into English because this is not working. Give me a sec. Let me pull it up some more. I have to do a little bit at a time. Hold on. Okay. Get back in that. Okay, and here's some more. All right, it says, ensure attention among other things that the little girl unalive at an hour before the train will pass. we will detail and explain what this report reflects. Set the time of unaliving and does it. And the train that hit him in the head, oh, Jesus, to which civil guard consider the cause of Lucinia's unaliving, didn't pass by a place where the girl until 6:45. This is almost a I'm located in Louisiana, but yeah, I got to do this little by little, y'all. Little by little. Hold on. There's another part. I like that this works, but oh my God, the writing is so tiny. All right, caused by the blow made by the train, another blow produced when the girl, I was no longer alive. Oh my goodness. This already included in advance that the parents presented in the month of October. And this, oh goodness. And this is new report will confirm more. This hypnosis, and especially the judge, orders to reinvestigate the root. What did Lucinda do before she passed? Where's it located? Because I'm still reading up on it. Hey, Cash, how are you? I don't know where it happened, but it's definitely not in English. Hold on.
What did you see it before she died?
Hold on.
105 a can of chloroform near where? 108 Lucia's body. 110 information to Adif and the civil guard. 112 to find out why they didn't separate traffic. 115 railways finally open.
Hold on. Translate. Listen. Here we go. Listen.
123 Lucia Babar died an hour before. Greater than. Less than transcript. 101 orders to reinvestigate the route. 103 what did Lucia do before she died? 105 clarification. 105 a can of chloroform near where? 108 Lucia's body was found and requested. 110 information to Adif and the civil guard. 112 to find out why they didn't separate traffic. 115 railways finally open. 118 new efforts to clarify what. 120 happened to light and revive. Luis Frontela.
All right, hold on. Let me get the next part. At least I figured it out. Because I couldn't read it. It's so doggone tiny. All right, listen.
11023 Lucia Babar died an hour before. Greater than. Less than transcript. Luis Frontela. 123 well, Luis Frontela is with us. 128 the prestigious medical specialist.
It's a translator.
129
not AI.
And forensic responsible for that new. 131 report Lewis good evening good morning. 133 cheese. 134, there is a piece of information that this report shows that. 137 debunks the accident theory. 139, if the train passes at 6:45 and in the 142 report date or time of death. 146. Of the girl at 5 version 53, it is clear that.
Wow. Sorry for the way it sounds, but this is the best that I could do because I can't
DC 01023, Lucia Babar died an hour before. Greater than. Less than transcript. 146. Of the girl at 5:53, it is clear that. 148, it can't be an accident like it has. 149, have you come to the conclusion that the 150 girl died at that time at 5:53? Come on.
Leslie, where is this? Is this in Mexico?
153 to open 4 things first. 157 and one of the 2 o'clock, I'm going to clarify one thing, set the 202 exact date of death. 204 mathematics is very difficult, so 207 time of death that I said is 210 approximately after a few minutes. Eric E. Ebels good the Samunde that.
Okay. There's another part.
14. 01023, Lucia Babar died an hour before. Greater than. Transcript. Cudnut analyzes the death route of the girl. 224, the amount of potassium that. 226, there was in the eye, but behold it uses.
Lucia.
230 some values from more than 20 years ago.
Lucia
almost.
Bavar. Spain,
234.
Europe. That's what. Okay, thank you,
30
Leslie.
years, for God's sake, science advances. 238 modernizes and we instead of using 240 methods we have used from 30 years ago. 243. Last year's methods, what does that mean? 249, 30 years ago it was impossible and that's what he says. 252, the National Institute of Toxicology and 254, the forensic doctors now impossible.
She was left, unalived on the railroad track, same as James. I need to get away from those the number things over there because it's grabbing everything and it's not what it's supposed to be doing. Because the times that it's giving you has nothing to do with what went on. Maybe this
1023, Lucia Babar died an hour before. Transcript. The forensic doctors, it was impossible.
There we go.
Determine the date of death in children. In such young people that it was 30 years ago, and that's what they've used. Now we have used modern ones. Studies at the Karolinska Institute in the which a series of investigations in the what is the date of death established? From 0 years old Steve from months to the 91 years, then we established that the girl graded for.
I still don't know what they're saying because it's just a bunch of words to me. Okay.
Transcript. Also another very important thing, very important. The girl does not about a memory service, not much home, but they have For example, 10.5. The night approximately the breast as it is. It is possible that when the opposition does nothing, there is no digestion of those foods from this stomach full of undigested food. Look at you, nobody can have being alive and being. Dinner for could be for two.
Uh-oh.
Dinner for could be for two reasons. Because he died in the first half hour of. Disappear died the first half hour. Or because he receives a blow to the head. That she was left unconscious or that blonde. And seriously injured, and in those cases, it paralyzes digestion because I believe that. Saw of death. These data that were about you. They seem very interesting. I think it is clear that the girl.
The girl. That the girl found.
Transcript. Died. But if later the girl had. It's a sandwich, the viscera speaks lost. The blood completely so. Specifically that when a person dies, bluish spots form on the person. On the back of the back it is called cadaverous lividity. I didn't even have cadaverous lividity because he did not have the blood. What does it mean that after? From receiving something on the head he left. Transcript. Reading very slowly, very tentatively until then are received. The blow is very illuminating. Next different. What do you think since then it was? The cause of death of either of the two. Blows to the head. The first blow was on the right side of the head. It's a blow check to see fiancé 3.
Okay. Cabeza. I know what cabeza means. That means head.
It's a blow, check and see. Look at 3. Things so simple that they understand it. Anyone the way has 2. Blows with the ass in which was the object that hit the head. Incident perpendicularly and another that arm, and that blow could have been caused by the train or no, just it's not. Was that blow was produced in the comparison media hora and una hora de su disappearance.
I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying.
Transcript. X. And the second blow is when the train. He has a wound called a disc. Tear the scalp of the head. Would you tell me you have 2 hits? One that is not caused by the leader and causes death, but I hit him. Fundamental, and there death is the first. Weapons product, there is something else that it will also be clearly understood in the first knock, the first blow, the one that happened shortly after disappearing. Transcript. First hit, the one. It happened shortly after he disappeared. Has blood clots, that is to say, the girl was alive, but the second blow, that is that of the train, there's not even a just blood clot. You, if it is that, it is also that to me. What saddens me is that science today, it was advanced that can be defined. All this with complete accuracy, and it had simply been necessary to do.
I gotta take picture page by page, y'all.
Transcript. With that first blow, it does cause death if the death is accidental or
they're talking about
homicidal,
Lucinda.
that is clearly omitted. This one subjected to lies declared, look at me. The meaning receives a first blow and begins to bleed very slowly. This first blow may possibly remain unconscious, the girl, of course. Well, and then they transfer her to the place where the train hid, and look. How curious. Transcript. X. As a girlfriend, I'm not going to speculate about it. In the so close place where the girl speaks, piled up platers that possibly they were already there. Working on top of them was the girl. There's a coincidence that the train does not. I would hit my head if I didn't talk about those pieces piled up, according to a report. Even expert and physically, the girl is on a stone where the camera that was a little higher and galloped to what?
Wish they had this in English.
Transcript. A little higher and suddenly. Clear coincidence, and the judge has
it's a video
admitted to
from the
investigate
news
on a boat of chloroform that has been found nearby. Where the girl appears from, do you think? They could have given him chloroform. Because not, of course, yes, but I don't know perfectly well, but that's what would know if the viscera, if it had been analyzed in toxic content, that there are noses, yo. Transcript. I had a similar case to a girl dead in a well in Punta Umbria, and not. It was known what the deceased was talking about.
It's in English?
They
I didn't
analyzed
see
the
it.
toxic substances in the liters. None appeared, but why? Because it is a volatile toxic that must be done Study appears then would appear. Then how is it going to look like by God? Laughter at the autopsy those have to. Take off the ministers, you already have your diet. Tu salve. Explain.
All right, I'm looking for it now. Let me see. Lucia. God. 2017. I'm looking. Who is this book? Oh dear. Yeah, I don't see one. Hold on, maybe this one. That's in Spanish too. It's about a 3-year-old. Okay. Hold on, let me see if this sounds better than what we're listening to, because that was just a video. All right, let's see how that go.
Malaga today. Judicial news in the case of Lucia Babar, the 3-year-old girl who died in 2017 on the train tracks in the municipality of Pizarra. The 8th section of the Administrative Litigation Chamber of the National Court has revoked the ruling handed down by the Central Court Number 4 for the death of the little girl and concludes that there is no patrimonial responsibility of ADIF by determining a causal relationship between what happened and the functioning of the public service, among other issues. The family assures that they do not want money, just to know the truth of what happened that night. Lucia disappeared around 11:20 p.m. on July 26, 2017 while 4. $2:25. Malaga today. Night it happened. Lucia disappeared around 11:20 p.m. on July 26, 2017, while playing on the terrace of a restaurant
That's better.
at the municipality's Cercanías station where her family was having dinner. The girl's body was located early the next day next to the railway line, about 4 kilometers from where she disappeared, and it was considered an accident from the beginning, although parents have always questioned this official version. Advertising. Learn more. Learn more.
That's just crazy right there.
$2:26. Malaga today. The judges of the appeal chamber point out in the ruling, to which Europa Press has had access, issued at the end of last year, that they agree with the arguments of the state attorney's office in that there is break of the causal link for what that no liability of any kind can be attributed to ADIF. Furthermore, they add that there's no causal link between the death of the minor and the conduct required of ADIF. Thus, it is indicated that the duty of diligence that is required of ADIF must be limited to the responsibilities that are its own, and the measures adopted in relation to the search for the minor must be prosecuted in accordance with the evidence and circumstances known in OL Momento and OL Aoco.
That must be the parents.
Malagahoy.es. End. On the other hand, they specify that the suspension of rail traffic, which in any case would have been effective in the early morning from 6:05 a.m., is a far-reaching measure that causes serious disruption to the general interest. It is also added in the resolution, advanced by El País, that logically its adoption would have proceeded in the event that there had been minimal evidence that the minor was lost on the train tracks, but this was not the case. The family itself insisted on the opposite thesis, even before the investigating judge days later, so it was not required of ADIF, with the information available, to order the suspension of traffic, especially considering that no trains ran during the night, says the resolution, pointing out.
Hello,
Malagahoy.es. Ringing. Doorbell tap to respond to visitor. Now, Knight says the resolution, pointing out that the initial hypothesis was later ruled out by a forensic report that was very conclusive regarding the cause of death due to the impact with the train and rejected evidence of homicide. However, he points out that despite everything, the road was inspected immediately after the disappearance was reported without finding any trace of the minor. The lack of suspension of railway traffic maintains that it did not imply passivity on the part of ADIF, since said organization prescribed circulation and sight running, which imposed caution on the drivers to the extent of being able to stop the train immediately and if necessary. DLIDLICITY.
Alrighty. Sorry about that interruption. Oh, boy. There's too many cases out in this world.
.230. EQ. Malaga today. He also considers limiting the walk-in sight to passing through the station and not to the rest of the road. The girl appeared 4 kilometers away, reasonable and logical, taking into account the information available at that time. Furthermore, they point out that if the appellants considered that there was any irregularity in this sense, they should have directed their actions against Renfa, which is the operator and the train driver, but not against ADIF. Regarding a defective viewing of the security cameras, which the first ruling also alludes to, the Court of Appeal also does not share the arguments and considers that said resolution maintains a standard of demand with respect to ADIF that goes beyond what is reasonably required, because he judges his behavior by the result.
Who, God bless? Okay, coffee came. Uh-oh. Hey, outlaw. How's the wifey? Nightbot, behave. You said hey, Cash. So that's, I don't know what that was, but that's it. Dun. My wife is grand. Awesome. GB yesterday get timed out by night by LOL was funny. Huh? Who got timed out? GB got timed out? I didn't know GB got timed out. Y'all didn't even tell me he got timed out. What happened? Nightbot, chill out. Yeah, on live last night, he was watching a channel. Hello. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, my goodness. Well, I have to get off because I have to go cook, you guys. Let's see. LCS. LOL. He was allowed back in, but was funny. Oh, okay. Not my Nightbot, right? Not my Nightbot did that? Outlaw, that was my Nightbot that did that? I don't think so, right? That wasn't my Nightbot. Let's see. Yes, they Leslie, I think they can. Because they used tools. They used like a metal of some type. They picked it up. It was like right there by the train track. They gave him a good blow. I don't know, Cash. I mean they are if they, oh, I don't know how to say this, but let's just say their minds are demonic. You know, that's right there will give them the strength to do what it is that they were going to do. I'm just saying. I mean, and then again, Leslie, you could be right. I don't know. I do have all the reports. I'm not sure if I have the autopsy. I don't know if the autopsy was on that one or not, but I know that I looked up all kinds of stuff. So I'm hoping. So then the train hit Lucinda too. That's a whole nother country though, right? That happened in a whole nother country. That wasn't even in the UK. Yeah, I don't know. It's possible. Still hurts now. I mean, I'm definitely a horrible thing. Jesus, Jesus. Listen to this one. Man unalives entire family, then himself, after thinking he was taken out of what? Mom's will. What is really going on? They weren't airplane. (9/11) New York. Huh. Leslie, one of these days you're gonna have to come up here. You have a lot to say in the chat. God bless. I hope everything's okay. Yes, I'm going to talk to you. Okay, look, this is my email. If you ever want to come up, we can discuss a day for you to come up and we could talk about some stuff. I'm just saying. Because it looks like you have a lot to say. Oh, you want to come up? I don't think she said she wanted to come up today. But I'll send the link in case she does. See, not now. I knew that's what she said earlier, so not now. So that's my email. So whenever you want to come up, email me and then we'll come up and do together. I know not now. Cash, another day. Okay, so you have my email, Leslie. Send me a test message, test email, and then we'll do that. We'll get up here and talk about it because that's not everything's a conspiracy and not everything is not what she's saying either. Like maybe she has ideas of what it could be. She might be right. Who knows? Leslie might have some, because sometimes I think way out there and a lot of times it's right. So, all right. So you guys, I'm going to get off of here. I appreciate y'all coming. Thank you. Leslie, you have my email? Write down my email so we can connect. And you can come up here whenever you're prepared. And we could talk about some of this stuff. Because, I mean, I listen to that stuff in Spanish, but, you know, I need to listen to it in English. Yes, we definitely will be respectful. 100%. You have my email, Leslie? No deal. Okay, Cash, stop playing. We're going to do it again. We're definitely going to do it another game. Okay. All right. Cool. All right, you guys, I'm about to get up off of here. God bless. I hope everything's okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Bye, Leslie. I'll see you soon, sweetie. All right, you guys. Thank you for coming. I appreciate y'all. See you tomorrow. God bless. I hope everything's okay.